Yes, I salute you all. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. So basically, today we are under family law 2, and what we are looking at, or what we are going to look at, we are going to look at the order of guardianship. Order of guardianship that is provided under Section 70, 79 of the Children's Act, whereby court can order, can give guardianship once it is well adversed with the conditions that are within. So basically, here we are going to look at this order, and in this essence, bear in mind all the orders that you see in the Children's Act, adoption, custody, among others. You must have, for you to be given guardianship, you must have exhausted all, as you shall see, basically. Guardianship is the last resort. You get. So let's look. Actually, guardianship can be defined still under the Black's Law Dictionary. The Black's Law Dictionary. Uh, Basically, under the Black's Law Dictionary, guardianship can be defined, or can be basically defined. Basically, the ninth edition. I refer using that, the ninth edition, basically. And for it defines guardianship to mean a legal process of taking care of someone who is unable to care for him or herself own well-being for reason of infancy, disability, or incapacities, basically. That's one of the legal definition that I can give on custody, sorry, in the definition of guardianship. And even the Children's Act Section 1 defines who is a guardian. Basically, under the Section 1 of the Children's Act, defined a guardian is a person having parental responsibility for a child. That's a guardian following the Children's Act Section 1. Then when you go to the legal obligations of a guardian over a child, the legal obligations, what is he or she supposed to do once you're a guardian? The good case is Hodgkins, Andrews, and Infant. That case is the one that provides those legal obligations. First of all, he or she must take responsibilities of the child, as if he's a natural, he must supposed to take responsibility of the child, which are supposed to be taken by the natural parents. Second, they should look after and care and give care of the child. Thirdly, must exercise powers of control over the child. Fourthly, must protect the legal rights of the child. Fifthly, the welfare principle of the child must be also adhered to, basically. And there's also a good case of Alicia Mirembe. Alicia, Alicia. Alicia Mirembe, two brackets, a minor. Basically, here that held that where an order of guardianship is granted after believing that the person being granted guardianship was in position to provide the best welfare of the child, basically. So as I told you in my video that you watched all that you will watch under the welfare principle, all orders in children, they first consider the welfare principle. So basically, we are going to also to look at we are also going to look at the welfare principle, types of guardianship. We have the legal guardianship, which is provided under Section 73, the legal guardianship. And when you are looking at the legal guardianship, first of all, it is given to only Ugandans. That's the first prerequisite. It is given to only Ugandans. If you read Section 73 tentatively, it is given only to Ugandans. And basically, if you're a citizen in Uganda, actually, only Ugandans, it was discussed in the case of Emmanuel Chisache. However much this person was a foreigner and he was given an order of guardianship to a child. But however, court held that he was given that role since the law that was prohibiting non-citizen from getting that order had not been enacted or had not come into existence. You get. So all the conditions of legal guardianship, they're under Section 73. Then you also have section. We have customary guardianship. that is provided under Section 75. Customary guardianship, here the parental responsibilities of a Ugandan child by a citizen of Uganda with accordance with the culture, norms, religion, traditions that are of that respective people without are taken in effect. Here basically customary guardianship, they consider traditions, what norms among others. And some of the conditions that could be considered is that both parents are deceased or cannot be found, are dead or cannot be found, surviving parent is incapacitated, the child has no guardian or any person having parental responsibilities. And basically here, provided that the person can be appointed as a guardian under customary and shall act as a trustee of the property of the child. You get? So basically that is guardianship. And another type of guardianship, we have guardianship by agreement. This is where it is provided under Section 76 of the Children's Act, whereby this defines where a parent of the child may, by agreement or deed, appoint any other person to be a guardian. And this agreement or deed must be dated, must be witnessed, must be signed. And the witnesses, it is either must be the probation and social welfare officer and the LOC council and those local council at the local levels to be witnesses. And the case of Reabe, Dina and two others, the couple was married and they agreed to have the joint guardianship of the child. Basically, joint guardianship is provided under Section 77 of the Children's Act when you read it tentatively. And the effects of guardianship, basically provided under Section 80, effects of guardianship, we see that there's a element of foster care, placement, you confirm the duties of a parent, among others. You get. Then we have conditions for the grant of what? For the grant of guardianship. The conditions, they are invested under Section 78 as revised. First of all, there is no known what? These are the conditions. There is no known relative or next of kin. The relatives or next of kin are unwilling. All alternative care options available have been exhausted. Not that point, all alternative care options have been exhausted. A child is likely to suffer significant harm under present custody. Consent of the child when is above 12 years. Applicant stayed in Uganda for a period of 3 months and above. The applicant received no consideration to take guardianship. That is also a key, that the applicant received no consideration to take guardianship of the child. And it was in the case of Emayu, E-M-A-Y-M, an infant, whereby a guardian order was given on recommendation of the local council leaders or elders and the social and the officer, whereby the applicant proved that they had received no reward in consideration of the application. You get realize that there are many people that take guardianship of the child because they have some consideration or some benefit they are looking at. So basically, you must prove to court that received no consideration in taking the guardianship. And we also have when the guardianship order can be revoked. You get when you read Section 83 of the Children's Act provides when the guardianship order can be revoked. And one of it, the grounds can be, and here they say that a probation and social welfare officer can apply to court to revoke guardianship order on the following grounds: where there is fraud, where there is misrepresentation, failure to comply with the conditions, and whereby the guardian has neglected the parental responsibility over the child. That is under Section 83. You get. But other than that, that's the brief that I can give about guardianship. Uh,